The Australovenator, nicknamed Banjo, chanced on a Dinosaurs known as Matilda. She was stuck in the mud, and sensing an easy kill, Banjo pounced.
So do we know for sure that Matilda killed Banjo? Well, of course we don't, but then that's the intrigue of paleontology. Investigating the deaths of Matilda and Banjo around 98 million years ago is similar to a homicide detective today poring over the evidence and tracking down a murderer. So how do we weigh out this evidence?
We've got more sauropods than anything. Pretty well most of the dinosaurs that we find are sauropods. I often used to wonder, why aren't we getting all sorts of dinosaurs in our deposits? And then it really started to occur to me as what exactly those deposits are. And those deposits are ancient silt deposits. They're the bottom of muddy water holes, basically, just like this one. We're seeing large animals that are coming down to here, they get a drink, and they're not coming back out again. And you'd have to wonder why that is. And then to do that, you've really got to look at the sauropods. And you're looking at the largest animals that ever walked the earth. They're 30-ton animals. They've got no real enemies. A mob of sauropods are virtually indestructible. Nothing could have touched them. But by the same token, they got old. Nothing lives forever. And animals, as they get old, they get frail. And I find that with my sheep and my cattle. When they do, and they start walking into a water hole similar to this, often they don't come out again. And what happens is they go in for a drink and they can't pull their legs out of the mud. And sometimes, if you don't get back to a dam for, say, 3 or 4 days, and a sheep has died on the edge of the water, wild pigs will come along, clean them up, and you'll find a few leg bones. And then you imagine a huge, big, 20 or 30 metre long sauropod dead here, and scavengers coming down and pulling away at it. They'd pull the neck away, they'd pull the tail, you just get a few scraps and a few limb bones that are all down in the mud.
So that's why we only find the leg bones of the dinosaurs
Well,
sometimes.
it's probably the reason we find more leg bones than anything else. Doesn't look that deep, does it?
No.
You just watch this.
Oh, my word. So
That's how much mud is there that's just settled out of this water.
so a 30-ton sauropod
So you
come
imagine
and
a
stand
30-ton
in that.
sauropod, and he isn't got to sit up on top like we are. He's just going to go straight in.
They called this fellow Wintona Titan. Titanic, 16 metres, 15 tonnes. The name means Winton Giant, in honour of the place it lived and roamed.
David Elliott, continuing the family business of grazing sheep in this part of the world, one day stumbled upon a monster of a bone. It changed his understanding of the country around him, and it changed our understanding too. It helped us picture an ancient landscape that was once here and see the terrible footprints of the monsters that once lived in the Outback.